Good evening, everybody. Won't you sing along with me? Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go. Ooh. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. The dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. No, I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. What this life is about. So swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Keeping it jazzy. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. My name is Connie Carlson, and my pronouns are they and them. We're so glad you've decided to join us today. We welcome all lifestyles and beliefs, so no matter who you are welcome here. I want to acknowledge that this service is being held on the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Ute, and Cheyenne peoples. We recognize that this land is rightfully theirs, and we offer our respect and gratitude for their continuing kinship with this place. Our philosophy, Science of Mind, honors the wisdom and teachings found in all faiths, recognizing that each path leads to the same universal truth of oneness, love, and interconnectedness. We're all beads on that one big string. Let's say our mission and vision together. Let's get into it. Our mission. We are an inclusive community inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision, to support humanity's spiritual growth, creating a world that works for all. Next up, our kids. Come on up.
God is everything there is, so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so it is. Here we go. God is everything there is, so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so it is.
Good job. Woohoo. Excellent. So for our September outreach, for more than 10 years, FOCO Cafe has provided nutritious, locally sourced meals to people regardless of what people can pay. They have a pay what you can model. They're doing great work in the community, and we are grateful to be supporting this wonderful organization this month. Midweek Recharge. Join us for Midweek Recharge Wednesday, September 24th at 6:30 p.m. Come experience a peaceful evening of meditation and spiritual connection. It's just the perfect midweek pause to renew your mind and your heart. Study groups. Awesome. We're excited to launch our fall study groups, a 6-week journey of spirit connection and transformation. Groups are limited to just 8 participants and will begin the first week of October. It's a chance to go deeper into science of mind principles while building meaningful connections. We have both an evening group and a daytime group, and sign-ups are open now, so be sure to save your spot. To register for any of these amazing opportunities and to keep up on everything we have going on here, please sign up for the weekly e-newsletter. It's the best way to keep current on all the exciting things that are happening. So subscribe today at cslnoco.org.
All right, everybody, so we're just going to begin by taking a deep breath. We're going to move into the stillness. Just dropping into our heart, closing your eyes if you're comfortable. And our affirmation today is, I am open to the infinite flow of abundance. And so as you breathe in, saying that to yourself, I am open to the infinite flow of abundance. And as you breathe out, I am open to the infinite flow of abundance. Continuing to breathe in and breathe out and repeating that to yourself, I am open to the infinite flow of abundance. And so we just take that vibration into our heart, feeling the sound, beautiful sound of the singing bowl, reverberating through our being, through our heart. And so in this moment, in this still point, this sweet moment in time, we recognize that there is one life, one presence, one God, known by many names. And I'm knowing that as we tune into this presence, we feel our connection to it. We feel our oneness with this divine presence. And because I know that we are one with that divine presence, I also know that we are one with one another, with each other. As we look into each other's eyes, we recognize that divinity. And because we are all part of one human family, I know that this week there were many shootings and violence that took place in our country. And so we just bring that into our heart. And we just hold all those who've been impacted by any of the violence. We just hold it in our tender heart. And we just send our light and our love to the families, to the loved ones, to those who have lost people this week in the hands of violence. We hold in our heart even the perpetrators, those who created and participated in that violence. For they too are part of this human family. We know that we are all one, and we know that this light exists within every single being. And so we hold this light. We hold it as a container for every person, every being, whatever they are going through in their life right now, emotionally, mentally, physically, psychologically, spiritually. We here, as part of this community, hold that sacred container for all. And so we send that love from our heart, and we know and trust that it touches, that it surrounds, that it holds, that it uplifts and heals, that it goes exactly where it needs to go. supporting exactly the individual or individuals that need to be supported in this moment. And so with great, great gratitude, we just feel grateful for this opportunity to share our light, to share our love. And for the recognition and remembrance that we are one, that we are indeed one human family. And so with that, we let this go, we let it be, we hand it over to Spirit that always says yes. And with that, we simply say, and so it is.
When a step seems too hard to take, every turn feels like a big mistake. It makes you wanna close your eyes and hide. Trust yourself, even when you're scared. Don't give up, don't give in to fear. All the strength you seek, you'll find inside. Open up, spread your wings and rise above the clouds in your mind that blind you to who you really are. Don't waste your time, no one else can live your life. Open up to what you've known all the time. You are more than you are, you are more than you are. Speak your mind, make a statement, don't hide yourself out in the open. Step into the spotlight and shine. Be the change, fall like a domino, a chain reaction that sets the world aglow. You'll be amazed at how it falls in line. Oh, open up, spread your wings and rise above the clouds in your mind that blind you to who you really are. Don't waste your time, no one else can live your life. Open up to what you've known all the time. Round and round we go, we don't fall down. We're more than flesh and bone, we're heart and soul, light and miracles. You are more than you are, you are more than you are, you are. Open up, spread your wings and rise above the clouds in your mind that blind you to who you really are. Don't waste your time, no one else can live your life. Open up to what you've known all the time. You've known all the time. You are more than you are, you are more than you are, you are more than you are.
Thank you, Ken. That was beautiful. Okay, so this whole month, we're talking about living in the flow of divine abundance. And I decided to do that intentionally because I think that all of us could use a little growth, a little expansion around the topic of money. Yes? Some of you are like, oh God, really? She's talking about this? just hang in there with me, okay? It's going to be good. Just hang in there. So, but it's really more about, it's not so much about, I should say, about money. It's not all about money. Yes, that is what prosperity is. It is about bringing more of that in. But it's more than that. It's about recognizing that we live in an infinite universe. We live in this infinite universe, and that infinite universe is filled with infinite possibilities. Do you believe that? Yeah. So my intention this month, this whole month, is to really talk about what it takes to get that, what it takes to live that, what it takes to know that, to feel that. And so I invite you, whether you're here in person or online, to be open, to set aside whatever resistance is coming up, because I'm sure for some of you there's some resistance there. This is just subject creates that for many of us. So if that's true for you, I just invite you to just set it aside. Just breathe it out. And trust that you're here because there is something here for you. There is something in this message today that will support your growth and your expansion as a soul. So, taking a breath, breathing out, and just letting go. Just letting go and trusting that you're exactly where you need to be. What if we could think about money and the experience of it in a playful and in a fun and relaxed way? What if we could do that? Do you think that's possible? Yes, of course it is. Yeah? As I mentioned last week, money is energy. It's energy. It's spirit in form. It is God in form. And we decide how much or how little that energy flows in and out of our life. In order to be in that flow of abundance and prosperity, we have to stop believing that there isn't enough. We have to stop saying to ourselves, either silently or out loud, that there isn't enough, that I can't afford that thing over there that I want, that's just not possible in my life. Yeah? And instead of that, begin to recognize and know that there is this infinite flow of abundance right here, right now, in my life. Paramahansa Yogananda, I love this quote that he said. Think of divine abundance as a mighty, refreshing rain. Whatever receptacle you have at hand will receive it. If you hold up a tin cup, you will receive only that quantity. If you hold up a bowl, that will be filled. What kind of receptacle are you holding up to divine abundance? What an excellent question. Yeah, what an excellent question. So what kind of receptacle are you holding? Think about it. Are you holding one this big? This big? This big? As big as this room? What kind of receptacle are you holding? So the money that comes into our lives is the money that we expect to receive. Think about that. The money that comes into our lives is because we expect it. And therefore, what comes in, we expect it to come in that amount. We expect it to come in certain ways and show up through certain channels. We expect it. It's what we're used to. We see it, we know that it's going to come in this particular way or this particular way. And therefore, that's how it shows up. The amount that shows up and how it shows up is a direct correlation to what we expect. Because money is energy, nothing more. It is energy, nothing more. So it is responding to our beliefs, it is responding to our expectations. When money is flowing, those moments when it does feel like it's flowing, it's because we expect it to. And when money slows down in our life, it's because we expect it to. It's a reflection of what we believe. It's a reflection of what we expect. So if money is flowing easily and effortlessly, fantastic. And then other times it might go a little slower. So it's important for us to look at, why is it flowing slower? What are my expectations? What am I knowing? What am I believing about this? If it's flowing not in the way that you would like, it's possible that there's something blocking the flow. The hose might be a little kinked. Just a little, yeah? So a good question to ask ourselves is, am I at peace with all of it? Whether I have a lot of it or I have little, or somewhere in between. Am I at peace? What was that? Did I say something? Something, no matter where we're at, am I at peace with it? Ask yourself that question. Am I at peace with where I'm at financially in my life? And if you're not, it's okay. It's okay. You know, many of us avoid the topic. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to think about it because it's hard sometimes. And for some of us, it's even painful to talk about, to think about. We'd rather just push it aside. Wherever you're at, I just invite all of us to have compassion for ourselves. No matter what you're experiencing with it, no matter what your relationship with it is, to be gentle with yourself, to be compassionate. Because wherever you're at, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with the decisions you've made. There's nothing wrong with how you've treated it. In truth, there is nothing wrong with any of it. Creating a relationship with money and shifting our perception of it is part of our spiritual growth. It is part of our spiritual growth. This is why I'm spending a whole month talking about it. Some of you are like, thank God she told me that. I don't want to come next week. No, please come. Just trust and come. It's going to be a fun month. So there's an opportunity here for all of us, no matter where you are. Some of you have the abundance thing down, have the prosperity thing down. Others of us, we have a little more work to do. But wherever we're at, there's an opportunity here. Yeah, there's an opportunity for all of us. For all of us. And so we can say, okay, so I'm open. I'm open to what's available here for me. I'm open to that in the area of money. I'm open. I'm open to learning how to get to a place where I can believe that God is my source. Spirit, source intelligence is my source, is the source of all the good in my life. Can you be open to knowing that that is the truth? Yeah. And embodying that, not just knowing it, but embodying it. And knowing that all of your needs are met. Every single one of them is met by the divine. Now, some of you are thinking, well, wait, what about this need over here? This one wasn't met. Trust that Spirit knows what you need. Every need is met. There's a wonderful woman, Eileen Caddy, and she was known as a mystic, a spiritual teacher, and the founder of an incredible organization called the Findhorn Community in Scotland. This has been on my bucket list. I have wanted to go there forever, and one day I know I will. How many of you have been there? Anybody been there? Okay, Karen and Steve have been there. They're not here today, but they have been there. So I'll tell you about this community. So Eileen Caddy, in the 60s, she and her husband, they weren't doing so well financially. They didn't even know how they were going to eat. But here they are. They found this plot of land, and they thought, okay, let's build a garden. Let's create a garden here. But it was sand. There was no soil. It wasn't possible, they thought at the time, to actually create a garden, a flourishing garden. And then one day, Eileen Caddy was in meditation, and she heard this voice come through. And this voice was speaking to her. It was coming from the land. And it was guiding her and telling her what she needed to do to create a flourishing garden. And she thought, what is happening to me? I'm hearing this voice. So she followed it. She followed the guidance. And she kept following the guidance. And pretty soon, there were cantaloupes this size growing in sand. And the garden just kept getting bigger and more abundant. Eileen understood eventually. She understood these principles. She understood that if she expected it, it would come. This is what she said. Expect your every need to be met. Expect the answer to every problem. Expect abundance on every level. Expect to grow spiritually. You are not living by human laws. Expect miracles and see them take place. Hold ever before you the thought of prosperity and abundance, and know that doing so sets it in motion, forces that will bring it into being. So there's a difference, between wishing and hoping and expecting. Expecting our needs to be met. Expecting miracles to happen in our life. Expecting it. Do you know the little ones that were here? They understand miracles, don't they? They get it. They totally get it. But somewhere along the line, as we grow up, we kind of forget that miracles are possible. So let's start expecting that miracles can happen in our life. Yeah? So when we expect that something's going to happen, it has a whole different energy about it. When we are expecting something, we are saying and knowing that the divine has our back. That's what we are saying. The divine has our back. We expect it because we know that we live in an abundant universe. That's why we can expect it, because we know this. And we expect it because we know that there is no such thing as a shortage of financial good. So when we expect, there's a level of confidence there. There's a level of certainty there. And do you know money loves certainty? Money loves clarity. When we're wishy-washy about it, money, as energy, says, okay, I will be wishy-washy with you. So when we expect the unexpected, we are now operating in a whole other realm. We have moved out of the human realm and into the spiritual. And when we're in the spiritual realm, we are now using the laws of the universe. And in the laws of the universe, that's when all things are possible. Expecting the unexpected is really an agreement that we have with the divine. A silent agreement that we have on a soul level, that we agreed to long ago, that we would lead and experience a blessed life. That we would receive all the riches of the universe because we are divine beings. Because merely we are emanations of the One. Therefore, it is our birthright. It is our birthright. So this isn't about deserving to receive it. We have this whole thing in our culture about deserving. But what that says is that there's something special about this person and not this person over here. This person deserves it, but this person doesn't. That also implies that God somehow decides who should get it and who shouldn't. Here's the thing. That would make God a judgmental God, and there is no such thing as a judgmental God. We are deserving simply because we are divine beings, period. . So our divinity is something not to think about, because you know how our minds do this. Our minds think about our divinity, and it's okay. We all do this. But our divinity is something to know. It's something to feel. It's something to embody. And when we can feel that connection, and we can know that connection, expecting the unexpected, it gets a little easier. Because now we're in alignment with divine flow. We're in alignment with it. We're operating from a higher place. When we are connected to that divine realm, we are operating at a higher place. I had a prayer session with somebody this week. And what I offered to her, what I invited her to do, is to see the situation from a 30,000-foot view. Because when we can only look at our life right here, it sucks us right in every time, doesn't it? But when we can look at from a higher place, from a spiritual realm, it looks very different. It looks very different. So when we are operating solely from the human realm, and it's hard because we live in the human realm, but in the human realm, there's shoulds and shouldn'ts and things we should not say, things we should not do, things that are okay, things that are not okay. Yeah, and then the head gets involved, and the head begins to interfere. The intellect begins to interfere. It's a product of the world we live in, though. Yeah? So therefore, we have to make more effort. We have to make more effort to connect to the spiritual realm. To connect with the divinity that is within us. I talk about this a lot because I think it's something that we often forget to do. We understand it intellectually, but we don't always remember to get up a little earlier so that we can spend time connecting to the divinity within us. To take maybe 10 more minutes to sit in front of our altar, or to sit in that quiet space before the rest of the family has gotten up, or before our cat has gotten up. I don't know, my cat wakes me up, I don't know, every morning, like 4 in the morning, yeah? They don't have a time clock, unfortunately. So if we operate consistently from the human realm, we forget things. We forget that God is our source. We forget the truth of who we are. We think that we are these flesh and blood beings experiencing this and experiencing that, and that's all, and having the challenges and the issues and the celebrations and all of that. And yes, we do get to experience that, but there's so much more to our life than that. So making that effort to connect reminds us who we are. Reminds us who we are. Otherwise, we slip back into those stories that tell us that we don't have enough, that there isn't enough abundance in the world, that we don't have enough, and we start living from that place of limitation and lack. And then we start pushing and striving to get more, to achieve more. And we start to look at ourselves that there's something wrong here. In the divine realm, we know that we are connected and we are one with Spirit. In the divine realm, we trust. We trust that money can flow to us from expected and unexpected places. Unexpected places. So we can try this on, these principles of living like a new outfit. Do you know when you get a new outfit and you're looking in the mirror? Can I try this on like a new outfit? Can I try on the belief that God is my source, really, really knowing it and feeling it? I think I can. Maybe. So, how would you live your life if you knew that God was your source? If you truly knew that, how would you live your life differently? If you believed that all of your needs were taken care of, every single need was taken care of, how would you live your life? How would you walk through the world if you knew that every single need was taken care of? Not by your job, not by the government, not by your family, but by Spirit. Reverend Michael Beckwith, he said, when you stop and feel, all my needs are met right now, this instant, you are sending out a signal that you have what you need. And then manifestation does occur, outpicturing does occur, demonstration does occur. Michael Beckwith, he talks about the importance of the feeling tone. This is really important. He points it out because when we are in that feeling tone, that's when things show up. That's when demonstrations occur. That's when manifestations occur. When we are in that feeling tone, when we can feel what it would be like to receive all of the financial abundance that we desire, to feel what it would be like to have all of our needs met. And then it can't help but come. It cannot help but show up in our life. So the feeling tone is critical. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment if you're comfortable. And believe right now that all your needs are met. Feel it as though it's true. Feel it. Use the feeling tone to get there. Allow the feelings within you to create it. Feel it as though it's right here. And ask yourself the question, how would I live my life if I believed all of my needs were met? What would my life look like and feel like if I believed all of my needs were met? So feel it right now. Just let yourself feel it. Feel the excitement of it, the joy of it. Feel it as though it's happening right now. That the abundance that you desire is just flowing into your life. And you recognize on a deep core level that God is the source of all of the good in your life. Just feel that. And so we practice knowing this. We practice knowing that this substance, this supply, this divine prosperity can never, ever run out. There's an infinite supply of it. These are principles that many of us may know. Some may be hearing for the first time. And it takes practice to continue to know it. Yeah? It's not our fault, we've been in a society and we were raised likely by parents who did the best that they could. So they gave us messages that told us on some level that there is a limited amount. But I'm here to remind all of us, including myself, that there's an infinite supply. Some of you may be thinking, okay, all right, I understand that, but how do I get more? How do I get more? Where's it going to come from? Here's the thing. You don't need to know. You just need to plant the seed. You just need to say and declare to the universe, this is what I desire, whatever that is. You plant the seed, and God takes the how part. The how is up to the divine. The how is God's job, not ours. So we declare what we desire. We say and claim with conviction, this is mine now. And we say, okay, take it, God. You take the rest. We plant the seed, and God knows how to get it. So our job is to practice knowing it, to practice feeling it, to continue to connect with the divinity that is within us. to declare that all of our needs are met, always and in all ways. Charles Fillmore, the founder of Unity, he said, "The spiritual substance from which comes all visible wealth is never depleted. It is right with you all the time and responds to your faith in it and your demands on it." So it responds. It really does, because it's energy. So by demands, he means our convictions, what we claim, what we declare. It responds to that. If we say, yeah, I'd like to have more money. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to live in a more abundant life. Yeah. The universe is like, okay, you clearly didn't listen to what Reverend Lea said on Sunday. So it responds to our energy. This is something to get excited about, because this is actually much easier than it appears. So we turn away from the intellect. We turn away from the mind that says it's not possible. We turn away from the mind that says, nope, you can't do that. You can't achieve that. You cannot go from where you are now to where you want to be. No, that's not possible. We turn away from that. We say, thank you, mind, but I'm not paying attention to you now. I'm over here. I'm going to keep doing my practices and doing my work and connecting to the divine and recognizing, knowing, and claiming and declaring that I live an abundant and prosperous life. Yes? That's funny. I comment this on a lot of services, but you should see your faces right now. I should take a photo. Boop. Okay. No, we won't do that. So we turn away from the mind and we choose something different. That's how growth works. Having the courage to do something different, to choose something different, to be something different, to know something different. Last week, I introduced to you all the prosperity box. So here's mine. I've decorated it. So I want to bring this up again because we're going to be talking about this. I'm going to be talking about this all month. The prosperity box, for those that didn't get one last week, so here's what you need to do, or if you choose. There's some in the back. Inside there are instructions. When you get the box, every day, you work with this every day, and you take this into your hands and you bless it. And you say, thank you, Spirit, for the abundance in my life. Even if you don't have a lot of abundance, you thank it anyway, and you feel it. And then you take the money in your hand, whatever amount you choose, it doesn't matter the amount, and you bless that amount of money. And you recognize as you hold it in your hands that this is God in form, this is Spirit in form, and you feel that. And then you place it into the box, and then you say the affirmation that is on the screen here. The instructions are in here. They are also at our spiritual practice from last week. Pick up a box on your way out if you don't have one, and those online. If you'd like one of these boxes, I am happy to mail one to you. Just send me a message, info@cslnoco.org, and I will mail you one. So the reason that and a dime just fell out. It's raining money. So the reason that I brought this in as a practice is because, as I've been saying, practices are important. Otherwise, we slip back into that place of doubting and questioning and fearing. Yeah? This is a simple practice, but it's a powerful one. It's a powerful one. So I invite you to close your eyes again. Take a breath. So everybody just take a deep breath. Breathe out. And just take in these words. Just take them in as I speak them. Feel the universe blessing your life with all of the financial good that you desire. See it and feel it pouring into your life in expected and unexpected ways. The divine gladly and joyfully gifts you with this without hesitation. Allow the divine to shower you with a divine love and divine abundance and divine prosperity. The divine has been here all along, waiting to bless you in your life with abundance. We just need to receive it. We just need to open ourselves. We need to widen the container that we are holding. So open yourself to fully receive the gifts that have been waiting to flow into your life from Spirit. Just say thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life. For we know that gratitude opens us to receive more. And so we say thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for these blessings. Thank you, Spirit, for this divine abundance. Thank you, Spirit, for this prosperity that is flowing into my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So keeping your eyes closed, repeat after me silently. I release any and all subconscious limiting beliefs that are interfering with the flow of financial good in my life. I open myself fully to receive all of the gifts of Spirit. I know that there is an infinite supply of financial good available to me. I claim and know that abundance is my natural state. I am at peace, knowing that my life is overflowing with an abundance of prosperity and financial good. I trust that it is flowing to me from expected and unexpected places. I expect it. I feel it, and I claim it to be mine now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life. I am open, and I am ready to receive. And so it is.
When it's not always raining, there'll be days like this. When there's no one complaining, there'll be days like this. When everything falls into place like the flick of a switch. Well, Mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need to worry, there'll be days like this. When no one's in a hurry, there'll be days like this. When you don't get betrayed by that old Judas kiss. Oh, Mama told me there'll be days like this. When you don't need an answer, there'll be days like this. When you don't need a chancer, there'll be days like this. When all the parts of the puzzle seem to fit, well, then I remember there'll be days like this. Everyone is up front and they're not playing tricks. when you don't have no freeloaders out to get their licks, when nobody's business the way you want to live. I just have to remember there'll be days like this, when no one steps on your dreams. There'll be days like this, when no one people understand what you mean. There'll be days like this, when you ring out the changes of how everything is. Well, Mama told me there'll be days like this. Yeah, na 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 na. Told me there'll be days like this. My mama told me there'll be days like this. Oh, mama told me there'll be days like this.
Woo. Days like this, right here. Moments like this, right here, right now with you guys. Awesome. Thank you. As we move into our offering, let's take a moment to feel grateful for the blessings in our lives and the spiritual nourishment that we've received here today. We give from a place of gratitude, knowing that God is the source of all good. You'll see ways on the screen, online, by text, or by mail that you can give. So please place your gift over your heart. We have a new offering affirmation, so heads up. Join me in saying it together. Abundance continually fills my life. Spirit provides all that I need, and I joyfully receive it. We have the joyfully word in there. That's good. Yeah.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for me.
iPad there. All right. Oh, clumsy me. Okay, so we just bless all that is flowing into our beloved community and trust and know that all the abundance in the universe is flowing in, allowing us to continue to do the work we do here and in the community and in the world. And so it is. Thank you, Spirit. Thanks, Matt.
Ooh, a little excitement up here for a minute. I went to a church like that in my growing up. Woo. I'm better now. Okay. Anyway, if you're here for the first time, sorry about that. If you're here for the first time, either in person or online, welcome to our spiritual family. We're so glad you decided to join us today. Know that you matter, and we're here to support you. There are a number of ways that we can support you after the service. There's a prayer box in the back of the sanctuary. If you'd like to submit a prayer, you can go online to cslnoco.org and submit a prayer request, or you can wait until Leah is finished greeting into the new week everyone as they leave, and she'll be happy to pray with you after that. Okay? Thank you all for being here today. It's always a joy to come together in community and share this time of inspiration and connection. A heartfelt thanks to everyone who made today's service possible. It takes a dedicated team, and your time and energy are truly appreciated. So, after service, we're going to go somewhere and eat together. And if you want to know where we're going and you want to be part of that, which you do, meet at the welcome table in the front, and we'll let you know where we're going, and we'll have some good food and good time to connect. Now, please stand if you're willing and able for our benediction and closing song, placing your hands over your heart, and let's say the benediction together. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is.
For years I would talk about how I wanted to change the world, but I always left it up for someone else to do.